Yeah, I mean, my this is continuing on, of course, with therapy sessions with Fit, I suppose, where you guys are my therapist. So, yeah, just a few seconds here. This is something that I do think about a lot, and it seems like maybe I never really find an answer. So you guys are gonna help me. We're just gonna freeform figure this out. You know, gosh. All right, so let's just go there. Yeah, having a lot of struggles with my own biological dad. Personally, uh, my own decisions over my own body and independence, okay, it had a lot to do with some of my own personal struggles, okay? Removing my own male genitalia, all of it, by the way, 100%, um, was something that took me about, gosh, maybe 17 years to do. And, it happened in an instant, of course. But, goodness gracious, guys, I just wonder, okay, what exactly is your definition of a man, right? Does a man have to have, a phallus with blood chambers and, a set of cojones, right? I just wonder, if, by the way, that person's walking around without it, does that mean they're not a man anymore? Is that really what your definition of a man is? So, I mean, my business, my company that I made last year, September 1st, 2024, is called Ensis Virtus PC. Now, Ensis stands for sword, okay, in Latin, and I love Latin, by the way. Okay, so, and then virtus, okay, means virtue. And, okay, in Latin, by the way, I want to point out that okay, the root for virtue, actually stems from the word man. And so, to me, actually, being a man has a lot more to do with your own capability for virtue and spreading virtue in the world, like among people, right? And so, I think I've actually done a pretty good job of that. I've always set my goals on ideas, an ideal, something transcendent, something above more than what most people experience. For example, never quitting or surrendering in Heroes of Order and Chaos. Very important to me. Had it for years, okay, from the very beginning, and never did it, okay. Out of all the thousands of games I played, I think I surrendered 4 at the very beginning and 1 halfway through. And so, yeah. I mean, totally, basically never surrendered a game. Like, you wouldn't even imagine the hours. So, to like identify a transcendent value like that and try and spread it among people, I think that's virtuous and manful. What do you guys think would be more manly than trying to instill among a group or a population a transcendent ideal, that everybody can try to become part of, right? All right, this is going to continue.